Welcome back, everybody. Yours truly, Mr. Nighttime. I hope you enjoy my creepy highway mysteries tonight. Remember, enjoy it, or else I'll have to come to your house and go, cut that throat. Good evening, and thanks for stopping by to Mr. Nighttime's Creepy Highway Mystery. Tonight, we'll be thinking about that uneasy feeling. Yo, what's up, everybody? My name's Terry. I'm a truck driver. Been doing it for 34 years. I want to tell you guys about something that happened to me several years ago. My day started off pretty nice. Picked my load up early that morning. I had about 900 miles to go. So I got on down the road, put the pedal to the metal, as we truck drivers say. I was cruising down the highway, town after town, mile after mile, all day long, feeling great. I just wanted to get to my destination, drop this load off, get a little rest, get on to the next one. But you guys who travel, you know how it is. When day turns to night, things get a little different. And when you're behind the wheel of a big truck, when I say different, I mean the miles can wear you down a little bit, no matter how many of them you're used to doing. So there's no surprise that I kept pushing, didn't stop to get anything to eat or drink. I just wanted to get the miles behind me, It was getting pretty late. I'd been through so many towns and so many cities by that time that, hell, I can't even remember the last one. So it finally began to dawn on me that I need to take a break. My eyes had begun to get heavy. The white line in the road began to just go by into a nice blur. And pretty soon I found myself heading deeper and deeper into no man's land. Pretty soon the other trucks began to disappear and I was the only thing out there. Now, when you're the only thing out there in the middle of the night, wee hours of the morning, whatever have you, and you start getting sleepy, you start getting tired, that's a pretty big deal. Especially when you're in a truck and you end up on a 2-lane road and there's really hardly anywhere to pull over. The lines just blur into one big phantasm of just nothingness. Sleep wearing you down, exhaustion wearing you down. Yeah, don't let any truck drivers tell you any BS story about being a super trucker and all that nonsense. The only people that are super truckers are people that are on something. And yeah, I said it. The only thing I be on is Coca-Cola and Pepsi and coffee. But I wasn't smart enough to get any of that, as I tried to push like all us truck drivers do. But anyway, I couldn't take it anymore, so finally I was on this long remote stretch, desperately looking for somewhere to pull over. Now, don't get me wrong, this time of night, on such a remote, lonely stretch, it's hard to find a spot for a truck driver just to pull over. Being that you're in a 70-foot long vehicle weighing close to 50,000 pounds. It's not like you're in your car and you can just pull over on the side of the road anywhere. So finally, I came up on a stretch where there was about at least a half a mile of wide shoulder. And I took it and I began to pull off to the side of the road. I felt relieved. Whew, finally, I could just close my eyes and get a little sleep. So So I pulled over and I stopped. I didn't shut my truck off. I never do when I just pull over to get a little rest. I cut my lights off, save for my running lights. Sat in my driver's seat for a minute and I said, well, just gonna get up and lay back in the bed for about an hour or so and then get up. Well, at least that was my plan. But it's funny how things don't work out the way you think they will, right? Typical truck driver stuff. Alright, here's where things get kind of crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean beyond a little explanation. No sooner had I laid back in my bunk and closed my eyes, I started getting this uneasy feeling. I'm talking about like the hairs in the back of my neck, my arms. I got the chills. I got this feeling as though all of a sudden I shouldn't be there. I shouldn't be laying there. I shouldn't be sitting there. It's kind of like if you're somewhere that you're not supposed to be and you know it and you feel uneasy about it and you notice everything going on around you, except I'm just a truck driver. I just want to get some rest. But for some reason, all of a sudden, I just felt like I needed to get the hell away from there. And I couldn't figure out why. I thought maybe it was just the darkness, this remote place, the lonely highway. Maybe my imagination was getting the best of me, Now you watch these movies and stuff, right? And sometimes little thoughts creep in the back of your head and you're thinking you're being silly. But no, this was something different. There was something wrong and I could feel it. This just wasn't an imagination thing. I felt as though I was in danger. And the longer I laid there, the worse the feeling became. So I said to hell with this. I wasn't really sleepy anymore. Didn't need a Coke or a cup of coffee for this one. So I just got up, got in the driver's seat, and I pushed my brakes in, put the truck in second gear, cut my headlights on. I turned my turn signal on and looked out of my driver's side mirror to make sure nothing was coming, even though I knew there wasn't. And that's when I saw him. There was a guy with a hoodie on, standing probably no more than 10 feet from the back of my truck. When I saw him back there, it scared the crap out of me, and my blood ran cold. Now mind you, I've been out here trucking a long time and I've seen lots of people, but what scared the hell out of me was the long machete shining in the light of my brake lights that I was seeing in his left hand, and he had something else in his right hand, and he just stopped and stared at me. I could still see his face and the glare in his eyes. I could tell he was angry that I spotted him before he had a chance to get to the cab of my truck. The guy's stare was menacing, evil, and full of wicked intent. I could tell that his intentions were, well, I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about what would have happened if he had made it to the cab of my truck. But I got the hell away from there as fast as I could. He just stood there as my lights faded off of him. It was as if the guy was some kind of phantom or something, I don't know. He just faded off into the blackness, the inky, lonely blackness of that shoulder of the side of the road out here in the middle of nowhere. I got the hell on down the road as safely and as fast as I could. I wasn't sleepy anymore. I didn't need no damn coffee. I didn't need no damn Coke. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, was enough to give me all the damn kick I needed. I tell you what, I want y'all to remember something always. If something doesn't feel right, take heed to the warning. Take heed to it. Don't sit there like a dumb idiot like I did. It was a blessing that I escaped, but I want to tell you guys, listen to that uneasy feeling. It may just save your life. And that's a big 10-4 on that. And I'm back quiet as I mash this motor. Put the pedal to the metal, baby. Looks to me like if Terry had stayed a little longer, he would have gotten the cut that throat treatment. This has been Mr. Nighttime's Creepy Highway Mysteries. Until the next time, 10-4, good buddy. Keep the hammer down, and I'll talk to you later.